Hi Sam. I'm glad to see you today. Are you ready to learn a new word?
Hi Alex. Yes, I'm excited. What's the word for today?
Today, we're exploring the word
Situation.
Interesting. What does
Situation.
mean in English?
It refers to a specific set of circumstances or a condition in which something happens. We often use it to describe a scenario or context. The most common meaning is about the current state of affairs.
That makes sense. Are there any tricky parts to it?
Yes, actually. Sometimes learners confuse it with the English word situation in terms of context and usage. It's important to know that in German, it can also refer to a physical position or location, which can be a bit different from what we might expect. Now, let's dive into the grammar.
Situation.
Is a feminine noun, so we use the article.
Die.
The plural form is
Die Situationen.
Got it. So it's
Die Situation.
in singular and
Die Situationen.
in plural.
exactly. In the present tense, you might say
Die Situation ist schwierig.
which means the situation is difficult. In the past, we could say
Die Situation war kompliziert.
meaning the situation was complicated. And in the perfect tense, you can say
Die Situation hat sich geändert.
which translates to the situation has changed.
That's quite a bit of information. What about the imperative?
Since
Situation.
is a noun, it doesn't have an imperative form. But if we were to use a verb related to it, like
Handeln.
meaning to act, you could say
Handeln Sie.
which means act. Now, let's explore the history of the word.
Situation.
Comes from the Latin word,
Situatio.
which means a placing or position. It has evolved through Old High German and Middle High German before becoming the word we use today.
That's fascinating. I love learning about word origins.
It really gives you a deeper understanding of the language. Let's break down the word.
Situation.
Consists of the root,
Situ.
which relates to place, and the suffix,
Ation.
which is often used to form nouns indicating an action or process.
So, it's like building with Lego.
Exactly. You can think of it as placing different blocks together to create a complete picture. Now, let's look at some similar words. For example, with the same prefix, we have
sitzen,
meaning to sit, and
Sitz,
meaning seat.
Nice. What about other examples?
Sure. With the same suffix, we have
Information,
which means information, or
Präsentation,
meaning presentation. Both indicate a process or state.
I see. What else?
Also, with the compound pattern, there's
Lagebeschreibung,
which translates to description of the situation. Now, let's practice speaking. Imagine you're at work and need to explain a problem. You might say,
Die Situation ist kritisch, weil.
meaning the situation is critical because.
Okay, I'll try. Die Situation ist kritisch, weil das Projekt nicht rechtzeitig fertig wird.
Perfect. That's great. Another situation could be at the doctor's office. You could start with,
Die Situation hat sich verschlechtert.
meaning the situation has worsened.
So I would say, die Situation hat sich verschlechtert, und ich brauche Hilfe.
Exactly. You're getting the hang of it. Finally, let's say you are traveling and you want to describe your experience. You could say,
Die Situation hier ist sehr angenehm.
which means the situation here is very pleasant.
I'll give it a go. Die Situation hier ist sehr angenehm, und ich genieße meine Zeit.
Well done. Now, let's talk about gender memory hints. For feminine nouns like,
Situation,
you can remember it ends with,
Tion,
which often indicates femininity in German.
That's a good tip.
For compounds, remember that the gender follows the last noun in the compound. Usage-wise,
Situation,
can be both formal and informal. You might hear phrases like,
die aktuelle Situation,
meaning the current situation, or
die Situation klärt sich.
meaning the situation is clarifying.
Are there any similar words I should watch out for?
Yes. Be careful with,
Lage,
which also means situation but often refers to location or state. Let's do a quick recall check. What is the gender of?
Situation,
It's feminine, so.
Die Situation.
Correct. What's the plural form?
Die Situationen.
Great. How do you say the situation has changed in German?
Die Situation hat sich geändert.
Exactly. Can you give me an example of a sentence using
Situation,
in the past tense?
Die Situation war kompliziert.
Nice work. And finally, what's a sentence starter for describing a pleasant experience?
Die Situation hier ist sehr angenehm.
Fantastic job today, Sam. You've learned a lot about
Situation,
Remember, it's essential to understand both its meanings and usage.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed this lesson and feel more confident using the word now.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and I look forward to our next session.